Yeah, so...
So I think I'm supposed to pour this in my other glass?
Well, you can...
I actually consume it?
Yes, you can... If you can get that ice sphere out of there, or you can just do that. I didn't think that thoroughly through. But it worked.
How am I going to drill a hole in the ice and just drink through it?
I mean...
Suckle it?
Whatever it takes. I actually gave you more. Motherfucker. All right. Whatever.
Oh, my love.
Welcome to the Buckhorn Podcast. I'm Martelle, and with me always is Randy. My shoulder is feeling really good right now.
Good. Drink more. It'll feel great. And then I'll punch you in it. And we'll laugh because it'll hurt. But...
I did run into the wall earlier today. But that's because...
Didn't you do that with your other shoulder surgery?
Yeah. No, the other shoulder, there was
you did something to it.
I did. I was outside working. So I was just using my right arm.
Oh, that's right.
And my left arm was down.
It was like
I wasn't using it. Just kind of hanging out. And I was picking up bricks and moving bricks one at a time, which fucking took forever. But I got bit by a horsefly, and I swung my left arm behind my back to hit it.
See, if we had tails like horses, that wouldn't be a problem.
Right. Well, that was like...
Then you could be a real
legitimately 2 weeks after surgery that I did that, and I ended up calling the doctor. I'm like, I'm hoping I didn't fuck something up, but I...
And the doctor said?
The doctor said, you're fine.
No more monkeys.
It's going to take a lot more than that.
Jumping on your penis.
To break the anchor that I put in there and injure yourself more. So now...
And the anchor holds.
I got full range of motion of my left arm, and I have no range of motion on my right arm.
Yeah.
But I got steri strips.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, they're right...
Steri strips. I don't even know what steri is. Sexy.
There we are.
Looks like a nicotine patches.
They're basically super glue, sterilized adhesive strips, Band-Aids.
You have tape.
Basically, yeah, they're super glue tape.
You have 3M tape on your shoulder.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna make this a kind of a shorter, quicker,
maybe
sampley episode.
Maybe
Stir with my finger that was up my butt.
That's my favorite.
Added flavor.
Tastes like chocolate.
All right. So on the nose, what do you get on this? It's a blind tasting for you. I know exactly what it is. Obviously,
well, yeah,
I poured it. But what do you get?
Shout out to 2Bitch, the glass I'm drinking out of.
Oh yes,
2Bitch Bourbon.
You have a 2Bitch Bourbon, which is available shipped in Ohio.
To Ohio.
You can go to their 2bitchbourbonspirits.com and you can order through their shop and have a bottle sent directly to your house.
But right now they are out of pack liter reserve.
Probably that is a popular one.
I think that's when they were out of when I looked.
I still have not opened my bottle yet.
Here's the problem. I'm smelling cinnamon, but I'm using a dirty glass.
You are using a dirty glass.
So I'm not going to be able to accurately
So I'm going to be honest
this.
with you. I washed mine out and it still has a hint of cinnamon.
Oh, okay. Well,
so
maybe
you're fine. I did legitimately wash mine out.
This smells like Beth's Mountain Dew apple dumplings. I get a fruity, desserty.
Yeah, a little bit.
Kind of.
I can see that. I might still have some in the fridge if you want some. We ate like as many as we could. And
you're like, yeah,
like I can't
there's a lot. That's why she was like, literally, she's like, take half of them there. we had half, and I was like, they're good.
They're good, but I can't eat that
just
many.
Like, you do that, you're going to make yourself sick on sweets.
Yeah.
And I have a sweet tooth, and I'm saying that.
Yeah, they were
so
really good.
But yeah. Did you ever have any with vanilla ice cream?
Oh yeah, Liz went out and bought vanilla ice cream.
It's good stuff,
yeah.
Man. But yeah, you can't. Well,
yeah.
I'm sure someone could.
I'm getting. I get that. I get that Mountain Dew apple.
I get a little bit of vanilla
vibe.
This kind of smells like her apple dumplings with vanilla, like nice vanilla bean ice cream.
All right, what do you get? What do you get on the tongue?
I got a little floral too, potpourri type, but not on the tongue.
Yeah.
I literally stuck my tongue in my glass, still sipping it, and that was a bad idea. All right, let me take a. Instead of performing,
I'm going to see if I can find tasting notes on this.
Kind of lingus on it. Let me take a sip. Huh. Tastes different than it smells. I get a little bit of a honey sweet tea. Like I used to make my sweet tea with honey instead of sugar.
Yeah.
Back when I was like full on training, Krav instructing, punching trees, all paleo,
You need to go back to Punch and Trues.
I do. I need to go back to eating better, sleeping better, and
I don't think you ever slept better.
Well, that's probably fair.
I mean, as long as I've known you, you have not slept well. You were always up till like 1 a.m.
That's a good night.
Yeah.
I'm usually.
I mean, I'm just I'm going to the average.
Yeah. Yeah. Last night I fell asleep around 3:30 and I got up like 10:30.
See, you can't do that. That's not healthy.
So I've always been that way though.
I know, but you can't. You got to stop doing that.
But I did read a sleep study on people like well-known geniuses and influential people throughout history. A lot of them had messed up sleep patterns. Doesn't make it good. I'm not justifying it. But I didn't realize how many people that changed the world slept like crap.
Or fucked up. You're not changing the world.
No.
I mean,
I can't even change
your underwear.
I was gonna say I can't even change a tire.
Smells like hot dog water in here.
I call them my Michigan draws.
Ugh. Anyway,
so on the taste, let me take another little sip here. Hold on.
Okay.
And this is on ice, so
this is on ice.
It tastes like a honey sweet tea.
Okay.
A little bit of brown sugar, maybe.
Okay.
And a touch of rye. Not real strong peppery, but like a light, like if there was a diet rye, not diet right.
I'm sure that's just all that cinnamon that
it might be,
because you're way off.
That's fine. That's what
which is fine. So it's got a gentle spiciness with a sweet oat aroma on the nose.
I'm not way off. I'm just not in agreement with somebody else's opinion.
No.
That's all it is. That's all any of this is.
You're drinking out of a dirty-ass glass.
That's your fault.
Right. And
okay, so what was it on the nose?
So on the nose is a spiciness and a sweet oak aroma.
I don't get the oak. I get the spice and the sweet, but not the oak.
I don't get the oak either, but I don't know that I know how to pick up oak. I never get oak.
Well, if you're going to pick up oak, you need to lift with your legs, not your back.
Probably. Mid-palate, smooth tones of maple, oak, and nutmeg.
Maybe it's nutmeg and not cinnamon, then. So maybe, I mean...
Well, you literally had cinnamon.
I had cinnamon, still, not a lot of it, but there was residue.
The finish is long, dry, and with a light toffee flavor. That I get.
I can see that. I don't get real dry. I get a little dry, I guess. Maybe that's what I meant when I said rye was dry. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's good. I like it.
It's 90 proof.
Okay. Not bad.
Okay. So what do you got in your bag?
Stuff that you've been wanting your cleaver for a while.
Since May.
And then, you posted that. And I had so many comebacks, and I was like, it's too late. I'm not even getting into it. This is a screenshot, and I was just like, I had so many things in my head.
I've been playing the long game on that cleaver for that particular question.
And I literally was like,
so long.
And here's my thing. I've got so many comebacks to fire back at him. Nah, it's better to let it go. It's just not that either of us would quote unquote win or lose,
right?
But I was like, he wants me to fire back, so I'm not going to. And I went back. I think I was watching The Walking Dead last night. I was like, nah.
You still watch that?
I just restarted it because I never finished it. So I'm on like season 3.
It's not over yet.
No, I know
it's
like
still
coming
going, and I quit watching it 3 years ago.
Oh, we quit watching like season 5, like 4 or 5. Like Negan was still a thing, so don't spoiler alert anything.
I don't know. I mean, Negan was still a thing when I was watching as well. So
yeah, I'm on like.
So maybe it's been longer.
I think I finished season 3 last night / this morning.
I finished the comics before I finished, and they at some point they separate from the comics. But yeah, I sent you that. So for those who don't know, Randy took a cleaver of mine.
Average old cleaver.
Just a cleaver that my mom used to beat me with. And
it's amazing she never fully chopped off your limbs.
I know. And he modified.
Beat with a cleaver. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
She did. She hit me with a cleaver once.
The back end, I'm assuming?
The flat side of it, yeah. No, not the back end, the flat side.
Well, she spanked you with it like a paddle?
Yeah.
Of all the things you get whooped with as a kid.
I was a horrible fucking child.
Doesn't matter. Use a belt. Use a paddle.
She used whatever she could grab as she was holding onto my arm, and I'm trying to run the opposite direction, and she just would feel, and she grabbed, and she hit.
I just pictured Hacksaw Jim Duggan without a beard in like a house gown chasing you around with a 2x4.
No, there was no chasing.
She's got a 2x4, like
maybe like 10 years old, 9, 10 years old.
So is this one she whipped you with?
Yeah. So
no wonder it's so sentimental.
We went through a lot of wooden spoons in my house.
Yeah.
I mean, we went through. I am a wooden spoon survivor.
Wooden spoon, the belt, the old paddle ball thing when the rope broke.
Oh no!
They would keep the paddles.
We didn't keep the paddles. We went to Cedar Point one year, and my mom found a game.
Threw you on a roller
coaster
track.
She found a game where they actually gave away a paddle, an actual oar that's about that long, and about that long is about, I don't know, what, 2.5 feet?
Yeah, 2.5, 3.
And so she won that game. She spent money. Now, granted, back then it was probably like maybe $10 total to win the game. And the guy was like, "What are you trying to accomplish here?" She goes, "I want that." It was a Cedar Point paddle. It said Cedar Point on it, Sandusky, Ohio, that she could use to beat my sister and I with when we were
the good old days when
misbehaved.
When you could win child abuse devices at a carnival or an amusement park.
Yeah. So somewhere, I think my sister has the paddle now. We actually hid the paddle after my mom passed away, or before. Well, hold on.
Hold on.
I'll get into that in a second.
This is going to be a full episode, and I love it.
Potentially. And so I would do shit, and then my mom would snatch me up by my arm around my bicep.
Yeah.
And then she would reach behind her with the other arm. So whether it's the left arm or the right arm, she would just reach, and whatever she felt. If she could grab, that's what you got hit with.
That was the before internet version of, hey, the zombie apocalypse happens and whatever's to the right of you is your weapon. What is it?
Right.
That was like the in real life version of it.
It was a real life version of that. And she grabbed that cleaver.
Like right now I would have like.
And she just turned and she hit.
Wherever.
Like luckily it happened to be the broadside of the fucking thing.
What if she just sliced
right up against my ass?
She just sliced your butt cheek off.
Keep in mind, the sharpness that I gave it to you in was how sharp it was always.
It's a pretty doll because I sharpened
pretty
it a good
goddamn
bit,
doll.
And it's still not like kitchen knife sharp.
No.
It's cleaver sharp. It's made to chop.
It's made to chop. But no, it is pretty goddamn doll.
Yeah.
So there wasn't any butt cheeks flying off that day. But she would just grab and she just swatted at me. And when she realized what she did in her red rage, she was just like, "Oh!" And she put it down. She apologized like profusely.
Good thing you guys didn't own a katana.
No shit.
Or like an Uzi.
Slapped me upside the back of my ass with an Uzi. That's the
Uzi sound.
Yeah, off my ass. But So back to the Cedar Point story. So we went to Cedar Point. We used to go to Cedar Point all the time.
Yeah. Well, you guys weren't by there.
We're not too far away. It's like an hour and a half drive.
It's like us to Cleveland or to Kings Island.
Yeah, it's not terribly far. Maybe a 2-hour drive.
We're like an hour and a half from.
And we went up there all the time. And like in
And it is one of the best amusement parks in the world.
Oh fuck yes!
Like it's a leader.
Like 1980.
I didn't realize the Millennium Force got torn down.
Yeah,
after somebody got killed and the part flew off.
Yeah, they had to make room for another ride that's going to kill somebody.
That's what they said. You're right. I was watching the same. It was like, again, I watch a lot of true crime and all this, but I also got on some channels that are like stories that have tried to be suppressed.
Yeah.
And there's one about Kings Island, Son of Beast. I didn't realize that got torn down.
Yeah.
It had all kinds of like deaths and injuries and stuff.
Oh, that roller coaster had injuries from day one.
Yeah.
As what? Like a wooden roller coaster with a loop?
It was the first one with the loop. But then they had so many safety issues and board splintering. And
I remember when that roller coaster opened, like that year that it opened, guys that I went to school with rode it, and they came back in like fucking neck braces.
And then when they got off of it, they realized they were gay for each other.
No.
It made them gay.
Well, I wish, but they're both dead, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, well, there you go.
I mean,
From the AIDS, from being gay.
No, from road rage. And just completely being an asshole.
Together or separately?
Separately.
So two dudes rode that, got injured.
Oh no, one guy's dead. Well, they're both dead. One is from road rage. The other was from he got some brain virus.
That's not the same at all.
No, but the one guy's dead from road rage. Not together, and I didn't say they were together.
No, you said I thought you meant they were both on the same coaster, and then they both died of road rage in two separate incidents.
No, they were both on the same coaster at the same time.
There's
but they're both dead now from different
There's
things.
a podcast I want to cover that's a coincidental thing about... Yeah, okay. I've been writing some stuff for our podcast lately.
Okay. Well, I mean, don't take too long. It may end up ending before you get it finished.
Why? Because I might die?
Potentially. I mean, I'm not going to die.
I went to the doctor this week and had blood work done. They tested like everything, like 70
And they told you you
things.
were fine.
They did. My A1C...
There's no fucking way.
Dude, my A1C went down since the spring.
It can't. I don't care.
No, I'm with you. I need to get healthier. Actually, the doctor's like, you've lost weight. Your A1C's down.
Losing weight is good.
Which I have not been drinking any hard liquor at home at all.
Only here.
Only here.
Yeah. It's a problem.
Compared to where I was 2 years ago where I was drinking heavy every night.
Yeah, you were drinking tumblers full. Like literally half bottles.
I'm getting better.
That's good.
So I'm still working on it, but yeah, it was
You need to start punching trees.
I do.
Just start walking every night. I mean, I know it's cold as shit, and I don't want to go outside.
My steps are up 5 times what they were in June.
So you're at least 250 steps.
Yes. But that's still better than 50.
Right. Wow, that was quick math on the fly because I couldn't have done that.
Well, I am smart.
I would have been like 100 steps?
So
500 steps?
Yeah, so your mom won a paddle.
So she won this paddle at a game, and...
She likes smacking that ass.
I was a horrible fucking child.
I would never have guessed that.
Let me just say that my sister's just as bad.
I could also see that, but I don't want her to hear that because she can kill me.
She don't listen to the show anymore. She don't give a shit.
She's a cool. Your sister's cool.
She is cool.
I wish she was here so we could podcast more.
I wish I was down there so that I could just live closer to family.
No, you just don't want to be in Ohio.
That too.
It's not that you want to be close to family, which that would be a perk.
It'd be a perk.
But the main thing is to be out of Ohio.
If I could live in like Hilton Head or around Hilton Head,
that I could get. I could go to Hilton.
That's where I want to be. I want to be in that area.
More in the Carolinas than Florida.
I don't necessarily want to be in Florida. I want to be in the Carolinas. Everybody's like, when I say I want to go south, everybody just assumes because my sister lives in Florida that I want to be in Florida. I don't want to be in Florida.
What if you're like, I want to go south, and everybody's like, oh, you're going to Florida? You're like, no, West Virginia.
I'm like, no.
Kentucky.
No, just Lancaster.
I'm just going down to Nelsonville.
I'm moving 5 minutes from where I live now.
All I'm saying is,
they're building houses down the road from me, and I'm just going to move into one of those houses.
If I could just get to Portsmouth, I'd be happy.
Yeah. No, I want to. It's either South Carolina, Georgia, that area.
Yeah, I've not been to Georgia, but
I've only been to Savannah.
I've been to North and South Carolina coastal.
Well, hold on. I take it. I've been to Hotlanta. There ain't no chance in hell I'm going to live in that fucking shithole.
We flew into Hotlanta going to Arizona. No. Just seeing the smog over the city and the traffic as we're landing, I was like, yeah, I'm not leaving the airport.
I drove in Atlanta.
I'll wait 4 hours.
That.
I stayed 4 hours in the airport. Like, yeah, no.
I don't want anything to do with Hotlanta.
I'm not leaving this airport. I'm going to my gate and waiting anxiously.
But like the Savannah area, like the coast.
Yeah.
The coast. Tybee Island, Savannah, the coast.
Tybee Island's GW Chris's favorite spot in the world.
Yeah.
Savannah's amazing.
Savannah's great. If I can be like in that area, that's 5 hours from where my sister is now. They're actually, my brother-in-law is planning on moving to South Carolina he's already retired. When my sister retires.
Yeah.
When Sarah retires. She's got another 6 years.
Not bad.
But then they have to wait for my niece to graduate.
They don't have to.
They don't have to, but at that point she'll only have like a year or two left of school.
Yeah, so you might as well.
So you might as well just wait. And then even then, I think... Even though that my brother-in-law is retired, and I'm not 100% on this, I don't think he can start collecting until he reaches
a certain age.
Yeah.
Ain't that some horse crap?
Which is really, it is, but it's just...
That's like, see, my parents have been retired for like 6 years now, and mom's like, next year I get whatever. Like, how... She worked 42 years in the same company.
Right.
That's paid bullshit. Into... paid taxes, paid in Social Security.
Life is bullshit. Banking is bullshit.
Life in America, it could be worse.
It could be. I mean, it could be worse.
It could be way worse.
You could be living in fucking Haiti.
You could be living in England
or the Dominican Republic.
Can you imagine? Have to drink tea.
Socialize healthcare and just drink
tea and
take a shot of tea every day.
Run over to the Eiffel Tower for lunch.
Fuck it, whatever. It sounds awful.
Terrible.
Sounds fucking terrible.
Oh man.
But anyway, so
your mom wanted a paddle to beat you with.
Yeah, so she wanted a new paddle so that she didn't have to keep. Hold on.
She went for the latest and greatest model.
She didn't want to keep breaking wooden spoons. Because there became a point where...
Now I just see her in a kitchen over a cauldron with this Cedar Point paddle stirring some...
No. It hung on the wall. Dinner. It literally hung on the wall.
So we got the wooden spoon treatment. My grandma and grandpa were both pastors on my dad's side.
Yeah.
Nanny, as we called her, I don't know if you remember these, had one of those giant wood forks, like 4 or 5 feet long.
Oh, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking. Yeah.
But they
had like the hearts and shit engraved in them.
All kinds of stuff. We'd get spanked with a regular wooden spoon, but I would always look at that wooden spoon like one day when I was big enough.
I'm going to get hit with that.
That upside the head.
Yeah.
Like that's it. I was like 8 years old staring at that spoon just shivering.
Well, so my mom hung that fucker on the wall.
Nice.
So that it was easy access. It was like, I'll just drag your ass over here.
Everybody comes over like, oh, you guys have Cedar Point memorabilia. And you're like, torture device.
Yeah, I remember it. I remember I got hit with it yesterday.
You get PTSD staring at it.
Memorabilia, my ass.
Martelle hasn't been to Cedar Point in 34 years.
So here's the best part of this. My sister and I lost that paddle.
Uh-oh.
Like, it came up missing. And we lived in a house. So we lived in a 2-story house that had a full-size, like, walk-up attic. Like, the attic had its own staircase, walk-up attic.
That's kind of how our house is now.
So
it's like you go upstairs and it's an attic, but it's also got wood floors and it's like walls, like drywall.
It could be a decent, if it was finished, it could be a decent room upstairs.
Yeah.
But you had to go through my closet in my bedroom. That's where the attic doorway was.
Gotcha.
So you had to go into my room, and then you walked into the closet. That reminds me of the Home Alone
house. Like, you go up to the attic.
Kind of, yeah.
There's a bed, but it's, like, not really insulated or heated. Or...
It was kind of, exactly. It's exactly what it was. Well, part of the floors were missing as well, like at each end of the house.
Yeah, so you go there, you're falling through the ceiling.
You could. We took the fucking paddle, and we put it under the floor. Like, not just set it under the floor. We fucking launched that thing midway across the house. We were cleaning out the house after my dad passed away.
No way you found it.
Yes.
What did you do, pull up floorboards?
I don't know where the fuck it came from. Sarah...
Your ghost mom.
No. Sarah lost her shit. Like, we were legitimately, like, we're like going through boxes and pulling shit out of boxes.
Right.
And we basically threw 95% of everything into a dumpster.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, we're not keeping anything. Like, I don't keep shit. I'm not sentimental that way.
There are very few things that I would keep for sentimental reasons. The rest is just stuff they had.
She pulled that paddle out of a box.
And now Liz spanks you with it.
No.
Kinky.
She pulled that paddle out of the box, and all I saw was, like, 6-year-old Sarah standing in front of me, like, in fear. Like, where the fuck did this come from? We put this under the floorboards in the attic of the old house. Like, this is a whole other house.
Wait, so
this is a whole new house.
Okay, you didn't say that.
Oh no, I did. I said now, we put it in one house.
Your dad died after your mom, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Ghost Mom moved that paddle.
Yeah,
for sure.
She was just like, oh my god, we got rid of this, and I'm like,
and you thought it was lost in the house you weren't even.
We weren't even living in that house. We hadn't lived in that house in years. And this paddle fucking shows up, and she just like lost her shit. And Liz goes, I don't get it. I'm like, and Sarah goes, this is what Mom used to hit us with when we were bad. And I'm like,
kinky.
I just looked at Sarah. I'm like, all I see is 6-year-old Sarah, like right now, like just in fear of getting hit by this fucking paddle.
At least she didn't keep the ball gag.
Well, I think Sarah took the paddle, and I think she has it down in Florida.
She probably does. She probably has it hanging over a Ouija board.
Because I don't have it. It's not in this house. But so anyway, that was a real fucked up moment. Like
that we should have told for a Halloween episode. That's spooky, man.
It is crazy ass spooky. Like how shit just kind of shows up. And even today, like things will disappear. What if the whole time
Sarah's just been messing with you?
No, I was in the attic when we threw that shit under the floorboards.
Right, but what if she got it some other time?
There's no way she could have gotten it.
You don't know that.
I know that with 100% certainty.
That would be funny, though.
If
she's playing that long con.
That's a long-ass fucking con.
I know you're not listening, Sarah, but good for you, because that's hilarious.
That's a long-ass con. She's not playing that. She was legitimately freaked out. What would be even better if I got it out just to freak her out?
Same thing.
I mean,
yeah,
I did not.
One sibling for the other.
I wanted to burn that fucking. I don't think you could burn it. I think it would be like one of those.
So like coated in.
Well, no, I think it'd be one of those like an effigy of a witch where you try to burn it and it just doesn't fucking burn. It just stands there and then it comes to life.
You got to throw it in the river, see if it sinks or floats.
You can't kill me.
I'm sure the inanimate paddle comes to life like some like what's the South Park town, Mr. Tally or whatever.
Yeah, Mr. Tally.
He just starts yelling at you.
Jesus.
Or like in Ed, Ed, and Eddie, there's Plank. Except
Plank, but Plank comes to life.
Plank
Beats the shit out of you.
Plank gives you childhood trauma.
Chases you down the fucking street.
The worst part about the paddle is...
Give me that ass!
Isn't the beatings you took, it's the fact that you probably need therapy for it today.
Maybe,
Your mom's dead laughing at you like, gotcha.
Gotcha, bitch.
She played the long con.
Oh, yeah.
You're terrified of a piece of wood.
So here's the other part of, like, weird shit
Martelle
that happens.
can't even work on his deck with real lumber. He has to buy the fake
No, I had to buy the fake shit because I can't... Fuck no.
Wood grain scares you.
I can't even do woodworking anymore.
That Brewmate tumbler or shaker you showed me with the wood grain print.
It's borderline. Borderline. Well, no, shit disappears around this house all the time.
Oh, we've talked about that.
Yeah, and my sister's house, and
there was something that happened here like a year
aunt's.
ago, and I was like, "Yep, probably your mom."
It showed up like probably a week later, but
yeah,
shit disappears around here all the time, and I don't even look for it anymore.
I mean, I told the story about when my friends moved from the.
I'm still missing a knife.
A knife?
A knife. A knife.
Is she going to spank you with it?
I don't know. It's an old it's not an old Kershaw knife. It's a Kershaw knife that I bought. It's a flipper.
The assist open.
Assist open flipper.
Kershaw. I love Kershaw.
They do a really good job.
For the price, they're great knives.
I don't know where this knife is.
Harley has it.
I have checked her room. I wanted to make sure that she wasn't going to wake up in the middle of the night and stab me.
Have you checked the attic?
There's no attic here.
That you know of.
Well, there's no attic that's accessible to her.
That you know of.
It's in my closet.
I wouldn't put much past Harley.
She's fucking nuts.
That's what I'm scared about Judd. He's getting older, and
it's always the second kid you got to worry about.
He's technically he's our fourth. He's just a second living. So
well,
it's terrifying.
Middle child always ends up being like the one that needs therapy. The youngest child is the one you have to worry about.
Well, we had 4. The 2 middle ones
died.
you
only have 2 that are walking the planet. So
True.
Judd is the one you have to worry about.
100%. And he's so much like me that
you have another one. It's not going to be Judd anymore. He's going to be the one that needs therapy.
Well, we literally cannot have another one now.
Why no?
So it's Judd.
Because you had your balls removed.
Well, that happened when I got married. But
they're in a purple velvet bag in Beth's drawer.
That's actually something like. Everybody makes jokes about their wives or talks about their wives. Like, I've never had...
I use that as an excuse when I don't want to do something.
Oh, she won't let me.
Like, Liz won't let me.
Dude, the funny thing was, like, Beth was like, I got a call from work. I'm on speakerphone when Beth was in recovery. And she heard me because she's just, like, sitting upstairs. This is the first week. The boys are at the folks. And she hollers at us, like, everything okay? I was like, yeah, just people being dumb. She goes, just tell them, like use me for an excuse. Tell them I'm still recovering.
Yeah.
Help. I was like, that's why you're my ride or die.
How do you think I got through this week?
Right.
I'm like, I can't do that. Like my shoulder. I got one arm. And guess what? I'm off next week.
So am I. Well, next week I'm not. Thursday, Friday through the following week I am.
Like I'm off next week, and then I go back for like 3 days, and then I'm off again.
Nice.
And then it's holiday. This is when I take all my time off.
It's the holiday season.
And then I'm going to Florida. Again for Christmas.
La-ti-da.
Can't wait. Fuck this place. And it's cold weather.
I want 6 foot of snow like Buffalo's getting.
Fuck
for Christmas.
that.
Just for Christmas.
No.
And it can melt the next day.
It won't melt the next day. It'll take till at least June.
It's fine. Happy birthday to us.
No.
Snow melted.
No.
No, I mean, snow melted would be a happy birthday for you.
That sounds fucking miserable.
I love it.
Sounds miserable. All right.
You'd have to not leave your home. Oh, no. What would you do?
I'd like to leave my house occasionally. I like to go to the gym and get surgeries.
That's only 2 things you leave for.
Yeah.
And sometimes go to pit stop.
Yeah.
Or a Mare stop.
Yeah. I need beer. I need
bourbon.
I need whiskey.
Beer, bourbon, and barbells.
My wine, I mean, I can pick that up anytime at Cooper's Hawk. No big deal. So I just need beer, whiskey, and wine. That's cool. And then, I like to go to the gym and I like to get surgeries done. I'm collecting surgeries at this point. That's my new hobby.
So what are we drinking?
It's fucking expensive.
Well, yeah. Get a new hobby or move to a different country.
Right. It's Bullet.
Is it?
Yep. It's the last of what I had, a Bullet.
Oh, it's good. I like Bullet. Is this the Bullet that you won from the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
That I bought you?
Yeah.
Nice.
I figured it was only appropriate to finish it off, you and I.
Well, I appreciate that. I will say I like whatever it is. It is smooth.
It's Bullet. It's good. It's not...
Bullet's one of those ones that just flies under the radar, I think.
Everybody passes on Bullet.
Yeah, it's always available. It's a good price.
It's not Blanton's. It's better than Blanton's, in my opinion. I mean, it's Blanton's is a $60. Hold on. Blanton's is a $30 whiskey in a $90 bottle.
Yes.
Even I was listening to Jason from the Mash and Drum.
Okay.
The other day.
Yeah.
He does a live show every Wednesday, and I try to watch it.
His show blew up fast.
Yeah.
Good for him. I mean, like, I'm happy for him, but, like, I remember when...
He's one of the ones I'm going to Kentucky with.
Yeah, I know. I first heard of Mash and Drum before Bourbon Hunter started.
Oh, yeah, I did too. Yeah.
Like, he had, like, 1,000 followers on
He's
YouTube
up to
now.
70,000 some followers.
Yeah.
He is second to Fred Minnick, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, good.
I mean, Fred's got, Fred's the guy.
Well,
whatever.
Fred Minnick's, like, gets called in for TV shows.
Right.
Like, he knows
Jason is
it's
as far
livelihood.
as YouTube goes. It's Jason's too. I mean, it's
No,
Jason.
it is, but, like, Fred Minnick is...
He's staked his life
on it. He's the Michael Jordan of it.
Yeah. Yeah, Jason
will be like Scottie Pippen.
Yeah. I mean, Jason, he does a show. He does a live show every Wednesday. If you check it out now, because he's doing a thing called Blendageddon.
Oh, I haven't heard that.
Where
I haven't checked them out yet.
Listeners have supplied their own bourbon blends.
Oh.
So they're blending their own shit. Kind of like we've done here before.
So we just need to tell listeners to send us stuff and get more popular.
Yeah. Well, I think we need to get more popular first.
I think a YouTube channel would help that with a camera because people would see how sexy I am.
Okay.
My lovely lady humps.
Yeah, I guess.
Humps.
But yeah, he's doing...
I know Montel Jordan.
I can take a step back.
I'll give you my autograph before I leave. It's okay.
All right.
I was on an international TV show. It aired in at least 3 countries.
I have met like 40 fucking celebrities throughout my entire life.
Oh, dude, I've met so many.
And I don't give a shit.
When I worked at the arena, and half of them I was just like, hey, you're a cool person, or hey, you're an asshole.
I met Dave Matthews, and he was a prick.
I've heard that about him. I haven't met him, but I've heard that about him.
He is like, people don't understand that.
Yeah, no, I've heard that from, I didn't work his concert years ago, but I've heard from people that did that
I worked his concert. This is back in probably 99, 98. Like it's been a minute.
I haven't even listened to anything Dave Matthews. I do like his music though. I'm sorry.
Well, he was at.
I'm not sorry.
He was at Star Lake Amphitheater, and that's what I worked. And I worked
Star Lake.
Oh,
I was like,
there's actually the lake next to the amphitheater was called Star Lake.
Did you try to lick him? That'd be
no.
That's come weird. Lick the stars.
That's weird.
No wonder he hated you.
But the lake next to the amphitheater is called Star Lake, so it was called Star Lake Amphitheater, and then the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette became the primary sponsor at some point, and then somebody else came to sponsor. Whatever. So I always call it Star Lake because that's what
went from Promo West to the LC to whatever it is now.
To whatever it is now, Live Nation, which they fucked up apparently. Taylor Swift tickets. No one gives a shit except for the people that are crying on TikTok about it. Whatever. Who gives a shit? But I worked security there, and I typically worked in the parking lot, like way out away from the actual amphitheater itself. Like my job was basically just making sure everybody was being cool and that bootleggers weren't selling shirts. But occasionally we would let bootleggers off if they just gave us half of what they had shirt-wise.
You just let me, grease my palms.
Yeah. Well, they'd not even pay me. Just give me half of your supply. You can go about selling your shirts because I've got half of the shirts now that you don't have.
I confiscated these.
I confiscated this shit. That's where I actually got into a fight, and the Golden Glove boxer fish hooked me in the eye and threw me over his shoulder. That's where a lot of my life experience in fighting comes from, which is not much, which I got my ass kicked every single time.
Your total fighting style has been getting whoopings from a Cedar Point paddle and losing in parking lots.
Yeah, pretty much.
No wonder you quit Krav so quick.
Pretty much. Well, I didn't quit Krav so quick. Krav quit me.
Also fair.
So... But like I'm suburban. I don't have time to fucking fight people. I
wish that was a t-shirt. I'm suburban. I don't have time to fight.
I just don't have time for this shit.
That's what people now like. If somebody's attacking my and you'd be the same. But if somebody's attacking one of my kids, I wouldn't stop until I was dead or they were dead.
Right.
But I'm like, when I see stuff now, I'm like, it's not worth it.
I just don't have time. I'm fucking suburban. I grew up in a small town that is literally a suburb. Would be a suburb of any other large city around the country.
Yeah,
I just don't have time.
Like Grove City's bigger than your hometown.
Yeah, Toronto is 3x3. Like that's it. And half of that 3, so a mile and a half of that bullshit is fucking farmland.
Yeah.
Like, Toronto is a very narrow it's only like maybe half a mile wide by like 3 miles long, and that's being generous to give it exit to exit.
Toronto's like Circleville. If you say it outside of that area, everybody thinks like Canada.
Right.
When we go to Tennessee, people are like, hey, where are you from? We say Circleville, Ohio. They're like, where's that? South of Columbus. Oh,
okay, yeah.
We know Columbus.
I'm like, it's
Nobody
outside of Steubenville. That's how I have to usually tell people. They're like, oh, I know where Steubenville is. That's where the guy raped that's where the high school kids raped. I'm like, yeah. And he's now at Hocking Hills College. Like, yeah. Well,
Steubenville was big back in the day. Industrial town, rock and roll.
The only thing that Steubenville was big for back in the day was being industrial, coal and steel.
And a lot of big music shows. A lot of big acts.
And the Rat Pack. The Mafia.
Yeah.
If you go back to the 40s and 50s.
We've done this show.
We'd have. We're not going to rehash it. But
so we're drinking Bullet.
I
do have stuff in a bag. I got a sack for you to fondle.
Okay. It's a Space Ranger.
It is.
Ranger.
I told Beth, I said, I have some things I need to take, and a Kroger bag might rip, so I need something better. She's like, here, grab one of these. I said, just give me one. And she gave me this one.
All right, so what we got?
You wanted so I reached out to...
I've been wanting my knife since May.
There's a problem with that.
The knife doesn't exist. It never existed.
It existed. There's a picture of it.
Never mind.
It's... So I reached out, when you give me your cleaver, I reached out to to Lauren.
You did.
And I said, hey, I've always liked using whiskey staves to make knife handles.
Yeah.
Martelle loves 2-bitch. Can you send me a couple? And she sent me a box.
She sent you a box. I know that.
Barrel parts.
Yes.
You've been wanting to make what?
I just wanted to make a cigar holder.
Will this work?
Fuck yeah.
Okay, whatever you don't use, I'll take back because I'll make you more handles and stuff.
Oh no, this
is like a whole part of a barrel top.
Yeah. No, that'll be perfect because I can take that and I'm going to try to figure. I need to bow it. Which means I'm going to have to wet it down, and I'm going to have to put it in a...
Steam it.
But I'm going to have to bow... I'm going to have to cut it and bow it.
Yeah.
Because I don't need that whole... Like, bowing that whole piece just doesn't make sense.
No, that's what I'm saying. Whatever you don't use...
But... I just had another... I don't need to bow it now.
You can do whatever you want with this, but if you have any leftover that you're not going to... Or you can keep for other projects. I don't care. Just obviously don't waste it.
No, I will not waste it.
Because I can even take parts of
I'm
wood.
going to throw it in my smoker.
Do it.
It won't work on my smoker.
Oh, you got the pellet.
Because I have the pellet.
Let's throw it in Derek's without him looking.
No, because I don't want to waste it on other people.
No, we'll steal the meat.
Oh. We're going to steal Derek's meat.
We'll just walk by the counter and get the smoker. I literally reached in the box today and grabbed the first piece of wood, and it's this whole giant...
No, that's perfect, because I can groove that and make cigar holders out of it. Really, the cigar holders are for you and me.
Cool.
And Jose.
Probably Corey. He should get one.
Fuck Corey.
Yeah. I think Corey drunk messaged me last night. I should read that convo. Because I'm sitting there sober on a Friday night. Again, I'm trying to get healthier.
Yeah.
And I'm going, I think Corey's pretty wasted.
I drank 4 high-octane beers and felt I felt nothing.
Really?
Yep.
I've done that before. I've drank something.
I drank 4 and I'm like...
to make me feel something, and I felt nothing. I'm like, I should just go to bed.
I was just sitting here playing PlayStation. I'm like... And listening to the high school football game. I'm like... I'm not drinking anymore. I don't feel anything.
So there's a whole plank out of a barrel lid.
Yeah, no, I'll take that, and that'll be perfect.
You make what you want out of it. That is my gift to you, which you got me tuned into 2-bitch and have given me a lot of whiskey over the years. So
I have.
You're welcome.
And I'm getting ready to probably order some 2-bitch here once things come back in stock.
So that was in my
Corey
shop.
did order a bottle of Pack Leader, not Pack Leader Reserve, small bark with bite.
Okay.
He sent me a screenshot.
Cool.
He's like, I'm excited that we can do this. I'm like, you didn't know anything about it until I told you.
Of course you're excited. You're welcome.
You're welcome, bitch.
Yeah, what have you ever done for us, Corey?
Corey, fuck you.
Jeez, drive 2.5 hours to be on a show and give us stuff?
The goddamn ashtray you made, it fucking melted a hole in it. Because it's made of plastic.
Because you can't 3D print metal.
God damn you. You should have put a metal insert in it.
Dummy.
Oh, just fucking with you.
So Judd came down. I set mine on my back desk, which is where my big pipe stand is. I have like 13 pipes and my cigar, my humidor and all that.
We would call that a built-in,
And
but okay.
It's not a built-in. It's not built in.
Well, it fills that area.
Fine. Call my penis a building because it fills an area. Well, not a big one, but some.
There's some. I mean,
like it's like a...
Obviously, Beth didn't have any problems with it.
I'll call it an alcove. It fills an alcove. But he goes, what's that? And I said, well, I've told you already, because Judd asked the same thing 17 times, like every 4-year-old. I said, that's a cigar holder my buddy Corey made.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, it's like a head. And I said, yeah. He goes, like a bonehead. And I go, yeah. He goes, like a skull. And I'm like, yes, that would be a bonehead.
Yeah, it is.
Skull. It's the same thing.
It is totally a skull.
Now, as far as your cleaver, I thought it was in my shop.
Mm-hmm.
And you've sent me 17 messages, including an aggressive one last night.
It wasn't very aggressive. It was just like
passive. It was passive aggressive.
It was super passive aggressive.
Super. You sent a screenshot of every conversation
where I mentioned
you mentioned a knife or cleaver or whatever.
I did.
So I went to my shop today and I found the barrel stave relatively easy. My shop's a mess because the roof caved in over the spring, and Dad and I had to repair it when I was sick over the summer. I got bad news about your cleaver.
Yeah?
I don't know where it went.
Awesome.
I'm totally lying to you.
I figured.
But it does need a little bit of cleanup because it's just a touch rusty.
Well, it is a raw steel
cleaver. It was
cleaver.
hard for me to clean the first time, but yeah, it's still here. So I did bring it.
Yes!
So it just needs a little steel wool. We'll clean it right up.
Steel wool? I'm going to take the Dremel after that fucker.
Well, you can do that. I would caution you on the edge because I did heat treat it.
Okay.
If you get it too hot and it cools down, it may soften it. But if you Dremel it and get it nice and hot, and quench it in like canola oil, vegetable oil, it should help.
So I have the Dremel sharpening kit.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's why I just plan on just running it across that to get it sharp. I also have a bench grinder.
That'll definitely work. But that'll
totally
get it
work.
Hot.
But I also have a sanding unit, like I have a bench sander.
Yeah,
that has the wheel and the belt.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna.
That's what I was gonna. I was just gonna take that and just.
That's fine if you do that, but you start using it, you find it gets a lot of nicks stuff easily. It's just the heat treat has gone soft.
Okay,
and we can reheat treat it. That's not a problem.
Well, I'm also going to throw it at people. So very, very much like
if you're going to use it as a kinky toy to spank Liz with, it'll work.
No. No, we're well beyond that.
You're like, nah, we've had kids.
Nah, we've had kids. We're sleeping on opposite sides of the bed.
We have our own sex swings now.
Yeah,
we just use hammocks.
I have a fleshlight. She has a dildo. It's fine.
I said, so there was a Facebook listing last night. You know, when you go to Facebook Marketplace now, they give you all these suggestions based on whatever, like stuff I'm not even interested in. Like I always look for old cars.
Okay.
Sometimes I look at campers or buses, and occasionally I look at like blacksmith stuff.
Okay.
Well, you click Marketplace now, and it used to be like what you used to search.
Yeah.
Now I get stuff for like storage units and prom dresses.
Oh, I get all kinds of weird shit. I get. See, speaking of that, it's not even random.
No, it's random. Once you hear where I'm going,
I get shit for prom dresses, women's bras. I'm like, what the fuck am I looking up on Facebook? And I don't even get on Facebook. Like, why am I getting prom dresses?
Like after
and
prom
bras?
season, I got a ton of prom dresses. I've never looked up any female clothing ever on there.
Why would I want any of these women's underwear?
Well, last night I clicked Marketplace because I was looking for a all-wheel driver 4x4 large SUV for Beth, possibly.
Okay.
Like an Excursion, Yukon, something like that. And I click on it, and I'm scrolling just through the suggested before I've typed anything in. There was a picture of Thomas the Tank Engine type toy, and the first picture you see is just a finger in the mouth of Thomas. So I clicked on it, and it was a Thomas the Tank Engine fleshlight.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And obviously, it was probably a joke. Probably. But it said, found this in my brother's room, don't know what it's worth, blah, 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 asking $25. Well, I shared that to some of our car buddies. My car buddies.
Your car buddies, not mine.
My buddy Mitch replied, Thomas the Wank Engine.
Yeah. So I went ahead and just opened up Facebook and hit the Marketplace. And the first 9 images I have are a mini bike.
Okay, I could see that.
A Segway.
Little less plausible.
A gun safe.
Could see that.
Canon Rebel camera.
Could see that.
Jeep Wrangler.
Kind of.
a 14 by 40 building,
Maybe.
a Camaro S6
Never.
motor.
Just the motor?
Just the motor.
Yeah, I don't see
motor
it
and
buying that.
transmission.
Yeah.
Motor and transmission. I take it back. Motor and transmission. A steel garden tractor with 36-inch wide steel wheels
Definitely don't see you
on
buying
each
that.
side
Yeah, definitely don't see you getting that.
and cheap dumbbells. Those are the first 9 images. That's for today's picks.
I could see a lot of that for you, kind of relative to what you'd be into, though. Fitness, mini bike, the Wrangler, you've got the FJ. I could see that.
I never post on Facebook, so Marketplace is based on what you post.
Well, it used to be. I think now, though, because you can Google something and you'll get Marketplace ads and Facebook ads for it.
You shouldn't in some cases because tracking's turned off. But as I scroll through here, I'm getting vehicles, highly rated sellers, musical instruments, vehicles, electronics, build a home gym from highly rated sellers, sporting goods, auto parts and accessories from highly rated sellers.
Yeah, it's all
jewelry and watches, tools, home improvement. My fucking right shoulder's starting to hurt. Highly rated sellers again. Explore the outdoors. So right now I'm not seeing any dresses or any of the other bullshit.
Yeah, I
used to get it was every other thing. It was like every other thing was dresses.
Well, the
I'm
weird
like,
thing
what the fuck?
The weird thing is, and here's what I don't get if I was a parent, a lot of the prom dress ads.
Oh, nope, there's one. Here they are. Women's wear. Why the fuck am I getting women's wear? I had to scroll, obviously, for
I don't know what you're into.
a time. I'm not into wearing women's wear. I mean, if anything, I just wear nothing.
So you say. But
I don't
what
need
used to
a
creep me out
green
was
sequenced dress.
I would click on Marketplace wanting to look for a Boattail Riviera or a third gen Camaro or something like that. And it would be a bunch of prom dresses. And even though they would like have it cropped or take the picture where you couldn't see their face, they
lifted
were obviously
4x4.
They were obviously
or four-wheeler, sorry.
young high school aged or younger females. As a parent, I would not want my kid's body just
They're posting that shit, though.
That's what I'm saying.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
That's my point.
I don't even post. I think I posted maybe during homecoming, like 3 photos of Lexi on Instagram.
But not on Facebook Marketplace.
Well, not on Marketplace, no. But just on Instagram in general.
And here's another thing.
Because people are fucking weird.
I like supporting my friends. I've known your kids for years now. I remember when I came over and Lexi was like 11.
Yeah.
She's getting older. I always feel like it's weird clicking
now she's just a shithead.
Well, I haven't talked to her in 2 years because she won't come out of her room.
Well, no, she's sitting downstairs now because no one's down there.
Oh, okay. But
it's wherever you're not.
Yeah, she gravitates to. But here, and I told Sean this. So our buddy Sean, his wife Angie owns a dance studio.
Yeah.
She posts pictures.
My girls used to go there.
I want to support her business, but as a middle-aged, I'm going to say, even though I'm 39, I don't know if that's middle-aged, but it's probably, I'm over the hill at 25.
At this point, at any point, I'm in midlife crisis.
Yeah.
At the age of 42,
yeah, like
I'm at midlife crisis. I could die tomorrow.
But like she posts pictures of her kids in the dance studios, rehearsals, and all this, and they're dancers, so they're often in tighter, skimpy outfits. I don't feel comfortable liking or sharing those pictures.
Yeah.
I'm just
I agree.
I want to support your business. My wife used to work for her there.
And even I have friends that have been there since the day that Angie opened her studio.
Yeah.
I have friends that have been there since day one, and I will not like their photos of their daughters that are the same age as Lexi.
I just feel
and Harley. I'm just like, I'm not doing that.
It's like I see your pictures of your girls, like her at prom or whatever it was, homecoming, whatever, and I'm just like, I know them.
If you liked it, whatever. If you gave it a heart, that'd be weird.
Well, on Instagram, there's no choice.
Well, no, on Instagram,
that's
it's
what I'm
just
saying.
Whatever.
It was on Instagram. I saw it. I'm just like, love y'all. She's like, you would be like a cousin to me or a brother to me.
That's weird.
Well, only when we do it.
Okay.
But like my close friends and family, my nephews and nieces, I like their pictures.
I don't even like my nieces and nephews shit.
Screw you, kids.
Because one, they're not on Facebook, but two, I only talk to my nieces
pictures
and
of
nephews.
them.
I only talk to Sarah.
So right. Well, I don't talk to a lot of mine, but Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's weird. Anyway.
It is weird.
I've got a Mary Poppins big old sack here, and it's got more goodies.
What other shit you have in there other than things that can kill you?
I brought whiskey for us to blind taste.
Well, let's do it.
You excited for the whiskey I brought?
Yeah.
No, you're not. You're never excited for what I brought.
No, usually I'm not.
You're going to close your eyes because I didn't have the label, and I really want to go.
Okay, here's what I'll do.
So you bring the glass. Just stand here with your eyes closed. I'll trust you. I'll take that. I'll drink the water out of mine.
You want to do a true blind taste? I will.
We got about a testicle-sized rock ice thing left.
Rat testicle.
All right, you close your eyes.
Covered, eyes closed. You're pulling out.
Let's see if I can.
Don't pull out too far because
Nope.
it usually hurts going back in.
All right, let's see. Hold on. Let's hear this.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's not a twist top.
Thunk.
That's a good start, right?
Sometimes.
Fair enough.
I mean, not always. I mean, I like Weller, and Weller's a twist top. So.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
But there's been a whole thing about Yellowstone came back.
The show or the
show? The show came back, and they had Weller 12 in it. So now everybody's trying to fucking buy Weller 12.
All right, you can open your eyes.
It's just like, oh my God, are you fucking serious?
I give you a good pour there. It's a real good pour. I was listening to you and not paying much attention.
It's like a 2.5 ounce pour.
So go ahead and swirl that around. Tell me what you get on the nose.
Hold on.
I've not looked up noses on this, taste notes, nothing. But I will say, this is something that's been opened for a few months. It's only been available in Ohio for about 7, 8, 9 months.
Okay.
And it's something I've been slow sipping and enjoying.
So on the nose, I get a heavy, heavy sweet smell, whether that toffee, butterscotch.
Yeah, I get that too.
Little bit of ethanol and cat urine. No, I'm just kidding.
You got my secret recipe.
God damn it.
I made this at home.
I did it.
Found the stray cat sitting on Beth's hood the other day and I squoze it dry. But for real, good nose? Bad nose?
Really good nose.
Okay.
Little bit of oak, I think. There's something woodsy there.
I get a nuttiest.
It's like a woody.
Nutty, yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're in the woods.
Kind of, yeah.
I smell the acorns.
It's not. I don't know if it's oak or not. I don't know what oak smells like. It's a very.
Well, smell that stave right there.
Yeah.
Actually, that doesn't smell as much as when I first got them. You can tell it's been drying out for a while. So, yeah, you don't really smell it anymore. When I first got them, you could really smell the two bits. Now, if you start cutting into that,
I'm sure it'll have.
When I started seeing it in your handle I made of it, I was like, oh,
it's like pencil shavings.
So, yeah.
It just comes back to you.
But it's pencil shavings, but a good 2-bitch bourbon smell. So
I get something kind of nutty. I'll go with nutty. I'll go with nutty on it. It's sweet. There's a nuttiness to it. You probably want to look up the tasting notes, whatever this is.
Oh yeah, I meant to do that.
Just so we have them, so we're not see how far away we are from things.
Way far.
Clear my lungs of everything. Yeah, I'm still getting even like I've done the nose with my mouth closed, with my mouth open, inhaling only through my nose, inhaling through both. It is still that kind of faint sweetness and nuttiness that's there. It's not like a butterscotch. It's kind of butterscotchy, I guess, as far as the nose.
It's one of those ones.
It's not toffee. It's not vanilla.
It's one of those things that's like butterscotch, but not full butter. Like a Werther's, where it's not. It's kind of its own aroma. All right, let me see if I can pull up some. See products. Get that.
Ooh.
What do you
The
think?
viscosity on that's really good.
Yeah.
It's almost something like what we've had before. And it lingers. It's really sweet. Almost has like a tutti fruit flavor, like a finish to it. Remember Tutti Fruit? Mm-hmm. The gum? It almost has that kind of faint tutti fruit finish.
Now, we didn't have much ice on this. Mm-mm. I've had it both neat and on like heavier, like my glass full of ice with a decent pour. You look pleased.
At this point, I am.
Surprised for something I brought?
Surprised for something you brought. Now you're going to pull it out and you're like, it's fucking B Mate Star.
No, it's not. It's something I'd never had before this bottle. But I had to get it, and you'll see why.
I would say that it's probably pretty close to like 100 proof.
Okay.
I mean, I'm looking at what's just hanging out on the legs, and it is very, very. It seems to be high proof.
It is high proof.
A higher proof.
It is.
So at least 100. Whether it's over that or not, I can't. I'm not going to go out and be like, it's 110.
103.7.
It's 102.5 WDVE. But the legs on it are they're just sticking to the glass and they're just kind of hanging out there. The taste it still has that sweetness to it.
There is sweetness to it. It's corn based.
Yeah. And the problem is I can never pinpoint what that sweetness is. Like vanilla just stands out. Butterscotch stands out. Toffee stands out. It's none of those. I'm not getting any of those on this.
It's its own kind of unique sweetness, I think, and it's not candy sickly sweet. And that's what I've enjoyed about this bottle. And to be honest, I bought this not expecting much.
I get the corn. I can pull the corn from there.
Yeah.
It's like almost immediate.
But it's not moonshine corn.
No, it's aged at least. I would say 3 years.
Okay.
Maybe 4 to make it a bourbon.
It is a bourbon.
Okay, so what is it? 2 years or 4 years?
I think bourbon? 2 years minimum.
So it's at least a bourbon. You can there is some aging there that's going on. Take another.
You go ahead. I've got more we can enjoy. This is a bottle I've been enjoying for a while and debating on bringing on, but we've been so busy with everything with the White Castle beer, with the cider drink we want to do.
I like it. Like obviously I don't know what it is because
you have no clue.
It's very mellow.
I've never heard of this before. I saw it sitting on a counter as we just got this.
It's definitely not the Twisted Tea bullshit.
No. This was something I saw and I went, I have to get that because of the name.
It's not very ethanol-y either.
And I did read the label before buying it. Twisted Tea, I was just like, I get it. It was $17. Okay.
It's not very ethanol-y either. Like it doesn't have that ethanol, like that hot
burn just to burn.
Burn just to burn. Yeah. I mean, it's very. It's palatable.
I was very happy with this purchase, and like I said, I've been slow sipping this for a while, which used to be hard for me to do.
Okay, so I don't know what it is. So what do you get on the nose?
On the nose, they say from their website, nose should be cherry, maple syrup, which might be the sweetness that we said wasn't caramel, but wasn't butterscotch, but was something like that.
I guess I get some dark fruit. Like now you said cherry, like just like whatever, like dark fruit, cherry, plum, raisin, date.
And again, we said sweetness. They say sweet mint.
I don't get mint.
I don't get mint much, and cinnamon roll.
I don't get cinnamon roll.
I don't get that as much.
I just get sweetness, like a
natural sweetness.
Yes,
which would be the cherry and the maple syrup. I think.
Yeah.
On the palate, they say caramel, allspice, cherry, and here's what I think we're
allspice is what it is.
The allspice.
I don't get any caramel
and hazelnut. I think I smell more hazelnut. Like when I think hazelnut coffee. I think
I go back to a like a Nutella or hazelnut chocolates. One of the guys that I used to work with was from Brussels, and he would always bring over these hazelnut chocolates.
Oh, I bet those are good.
At the beginning, they were. Towards the end, I'm like, you stop bringing this shit.
Like I've had too many.
It's
too much.
It's just too much. But I don't get the hazelnut though. But I can see it. I just don't get it.
So here's the finish: earthy, which might have been I think it's oak. It's not oak.
Okay, yeah.
Cocoa.
I don't get cocoa.
I don't get a ton of cocoa. Allspice again, and then cherry cobbler.
And that's where I said tutti.
That's where I get more of the natural fruity notes.
Yeah,
it's not it's sweet, but it's a natural sweetness. It's a from the earth kind of good sweetness.
I get the earthiness out of that. After this, now that you mentioned that,
and what a good look! I mean, look at that.
It's beautiful.
It's a great color.
It's like Jurassic Park in a mosquito in amber.
I was wondering where you're going with that. It's like Jurassic Park where they find that huge pile of dinosaur crap.
Yeah. No, this is...
So
I don't want to say this is the first time you brought something that I'm actually enjoying, because that would not be the case.
But it's one of the very few.
But it's one of the very few that you've brought something that I'm pleasantly surprised with.
Yeah, this bottle shocked me when I drank it. And like I said, this is one that's been. I've had it for several months now. I have never had more than one pour at a time, just because I went. That's so good. I need to let it age a little. I need to have the bottle open a few times, let it kind of
let it oxidize,
oxidize, and then we're going to review this, because at first I was like, "Is it that good, or am I just wanting whiskey tonight?"
No, I like it. I do like it.
So the proof 107.8.
So I wasn't far off at 100%.
Not at all. You said
100 proof.
You said 100 proof or above, and that
well, I went with the above to try to as a padding.
Kind of pat it.
I was.
Well, you can tell usually. The mash bill here is corn, rye, and malted barley.
Okay. So
the tasting Pinot review gave it 95 points out of 100.
Okay. You know, I hate that fucking. I don't like that. Like,
I ignore most of those.
I ignore most of those as well.
It's like, to me, Rotten Tomatoes, when it rates movies, most of the movies they say suck, everybody loves.
Right.
And vice versa. Like, this was great. I'm
well,
like,
that's because Rotten Tomatoes they have the tomato reviewers, and then they have
right
you and I that are reviewing shit. Usually you and I are more accurate than
most it's more of a
most dickhead reviewers.
Yeah.
But the 100% thing, like, just give it. I like 1 through 5. Even 10's a little too far for me on some things.
No.
Give me 1 through 5. Tell me what your rating status is. Like, anything from us on a 2 is at least try it.
Yeah, get it if you see it.
If you
don't
see
kill
it,
somebody for it, but grab it.
But if we're saying something's like a 4 or a 5, fucking go out and get that shit.
So here's our review. It's a short one. This is a high rye bourbon with a high proof of 107.8. That's an opinion if that's high or not. That means
I don't think 107.8 or even 101. You said it's 101.
107.8.
107.8. So I don't think 107.8 is a high proof.
It's higher.
It's higher, but you get 110.
There are a lot between 80 and 100. There's a lot of whiskeys and bourbons.
Yeah.
But when I think high proof, I'm thinking 110 to 120.
110, 120, 130.
Yeah, that's high. But it manages to not overshadow its inner beauty. It's warm and polite on the nose with scents of root beer, sandalwood, and baked apple.
I didn't get any of those.
Right. Well, the sandalwood could be the oakiness.
It could
you were
be.
Saying.
I don't even know. What the fuck is sandalwood?
It's a type of wood.
I mean, obviously, I know. It's like cottonwood or dogwood or
penis wood.
Yeah.
The flavors are delectable from nutty oat.
Okay. I can see.
And peach blossom.
Yeah.
To ginger, black cherry, and spiced tea.
I don't get any of those.
Notes of saddle leather come in on the mid palate, leading up to a finish of burnt orange, vanilla, and maple.
I've never taken a bite out of saddle leather.
I haven't either. I've licked it though.
I don't know what.
Only after depends on who's sitting on it.
I mean, saddle leather is going to change. Like, that flavor is going to change drastically based on who's sitting on it.
So this, yes, it is. So awards this is won was the TAG Global Spirits Award Gold Medal. Denver, not that any of these matter to us.
Right.
Denver International Spirits Competition Gold Medal. This is all in 2022 because this is a new kind of release.
Okay.
The American Distilling Institute Gold Medal. That sounds fancy. The American Distilling Institute Best in Category. The American Distilling Institute Best in Class.
None of that means shit to me at this point.
International Wine and Spirits Competition.
That's the only one I've heard of so far.
SIP Awards Gold Medal.
What the fuck is that? I do a SIP Award here every week.
I don't know.
Sometimes every day.
Ascot Awards Double Platinum winner.
That must be a Fred Minnick thing because he only wears Ascots.
It could be. Well, if he likes it. And then the New York International Spirits Competition Gold.
That one I know too.
This says how to enjoy. Savor a pour neat on the rocks or with a drop of water.
No shit, Sherlock.
So.
Just like everybody else fucking drinks their whiskey.
You ready to see what this is?
Yeah, what is it? I'm intrigued. Like, I like it.
This is from Greenbrier Distillery.
I'm gonna hate it.
No, I don't think you will. It's from Greenbrier Distillery, the same people that make Bell Mead.
Okay.
Nelson Brothers Whiskey Reserve Bourbon.
I have never heard of it.
Me neither, but because of the name.
Well, yeah. You have some.
I'm a Nelson. I have a brother.
You are a Nelson and you have a brother.
So I went, okay, don't buy because of the name.
Fucking Kevin's making this shit? And he didn't tell me?
He didn't tell me?
What a dick.
He doesn't even drink. This, guess what state this is out of?
It's not Ohio. I know. I'm thinking like Where would
You're
something
way
like
overthinking this.
I know. I trust me. I know because it's definitely not New York. I'm gonna go with Tennessee.
Tennessee, but it is.
But it's not
sourced.
charcoal filtered and
Right.
it's sourced. And
So this is from this is from Nelson Brothers Whiskey. They have a regular whiskey which is 93 proof.
okay.
I didn't see that bottle. I saw this bottle. I went up to the counter and said, "How much is this?" She scanned it and said $60, and I went.
That's doing that like that kind of worries me.
So
Sometimes.
So right, and I went.
I did that with that fucking one out of Gehenna.
I'm giving it one shot.
Yeah.
So I got it. So this is the reserve bourbon. It's a blend of straight bourbon whiskeys, 107.8 proof.
I do like blends.
So the back label here says siblings don't always see eye to eye, but Andy and Charlie Nelson, which they go by
But
Chaz
Kevin
and WA,
and Randy Nelson,
are of one mind.
they
about
are
the whiskey that
they
bears their
are
name.
of a hive mind.
Hive mind. The artful blend draws from their choice of slots to create a robust high rye bourbon, graced by notes of dark cherry, spice, and vanilla. So I saw the bottle. It's a good looking bottle, right?
It is.
Solid label.
It looks like it's a standard whiskey bottle.
It is. It's got the wood top with the cork.
It's corked. It's got it's kind of Jameson-y.
It is. Yeah. Shape wise, yes.
Shape. Well, not even just shape wise. Label wise, the green,
Also, yep.
the cream, the beige.
Yeah, because their normal whiskey, not the reserve, but their normal is just white label.
Yeah, the Jameson stuff is okay.
Which I'd love to find a bottle of that now because this impressed me so much.
And so this is out of Tennessee.
They're out
right?
of Tennessee, but here's the thing though: the bourbon they mixed here is out of. Let me find it. Give me a second. I meant to have this pulled up when I got here, and I totally forgot.
Oh no, it's.
I was so worried about getting your freaking cleaver. Nelson.
Oh shit!
What?
Just you.
Oh.
When I said, "Where's my bring the knife?" At this one, that had become a joke to me.
Oh, I know.
Every week, just asking about it because. And then I went back and I did a quick search in Facebook Messenger, and I'm like,
I know you did.
I'm like,
and
knife.
I knew what you were doing.
And it's like it's me, you, me.
I know that this was sourced. So in this bottle, it's sourced out of 3 states. One was Indiana. Man, I'm trying to. Where was it?
So they have a Nelson's Greenbrier Tennessee whiskey.
Yeah.
Now I'm not Tennessee whiskey to me is
the charcoal filtered,
like
Right.
that whole process.
The thing is, they're out
this
of Tennessee.
isn't like that.
Well, none of what they mixed was out of Tennessee though. It was Indiana, Kentucky, and
There's one here. The Nelson Greenbrier says Tennessee whiskey.
yeah, but I don't know if it's. I think they source all their stuff from other states. I think they're just based in Tennessee at Greenbrier.
Which is fine, but don't call yourself a Tennessee whiskey. Like, that seems to be the thing to me. Like,
oh, so you're talking about the name?
I'm talking about the name. Don't call yourself a Tennessee whiskey if you're not. The Tennessee whiskey's all at this point, as far as I've had or I've interacted with or I've sampled or whatever you want to call it, they're all charcoal filtered.
So this is a blend made from Tennessee, Indiana, and Kentucky.
Okay.
So they did use actual Tennessee whiskey in this blend.
So is this Nelson's Greenbrier whiskey or is this Nelson Brothers whiskey?
Nelson Brothers whiskey.
Okay, that's different then.
But it's if you go to the greenbrierdistillery.com site, that's where you'll find this. They're under the same. It's kind of like Buffalo Trace. It has Eagle Rare and all that other bourbons and whiskeys under them.
I don't like that.
Greenbrier has Nelson Brothers, Bell Mead, et cetera, and so forth.
Now, Bell Mead I like. I had that when I
Right.
was down in Florida the last time.
Under Greenbrier Distillery, you have Greenbrier, Nelson Brothers, Louisa's Liquor, Bell Mead, and then you have Cask Series and Distillery exclusives.
All right. Don't call yourself a Tennessee whiskey if you're not charcoal filtering. That's just my
this
personal
right
opinion.
here says, sorry, I was wrong. I led you astray. The label says Nelson Brothers Whiskey. It doesn't say Tennessee Whiskey.
Okay.
It does say Nashville, Tennessee on the label, but it doesn't call itself a Tennessee Whiskey.
Okay.
So
Which is fine because I'm looking at like the Greenbrier, Nelson's Greenbrier, Tennessee handmade sour mash whiskey. When I go to their website,
okay.
Which to me says it's going to be charcoal filtered. I don't.
On that one, maybe that's a different.
And it may be. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm on that one now. It says the original Tennessee whiskey is back.
I don't like charcoal filtered because that just reminds me of Jack Daniels.
Yeah,
Jack Daniels is.
I don't like Jack Daniels.
It's not good. Like it's fine if you want to have a Jack and Coke. So, I'm not going to tell you one way or another. That's just not something I would order.
Right.
Not to you,
I would order
in general.
No, I know. I would order a Captain and Coke for a Jack and Coke.
Yeah. Oh no, absolutely.
For sure. So this is.
I would order I would look at what they had as far as whiskey goes, and I'd be like, give me a Makers and Coke.
Well, yeah.
Or give me a
Blanton's and Coke.
Blanton's and Coke, or
charge me $18 for it.
I mean, you seem to have Angel Envy up there, so give me Angel Envy and Coke.
Yeah. So at Circleville, we don't get a lot of the allocated. We don't see a lot of the high end stuff
because you're in southeastern Ohio.
No, we're in South Central Ohio.
You're southeastern
it's dead
Ohio.
Central.
It's
literally the middle of the state.
You're not getting. You're either southeastern or southwestern. There's no South Central Ohio. I mean, I would like to tell you that there is, but as far as OHLQ is concerned,
listen,
you're either getting southeast or southwest, and you didn't get any of that Makers.
I don't care what OHLQ says. Anything south of 70 is either northern West Virginia or northern Kentucky. I live in northern Kentucky. You live in northern West Virginia, and we're both screwed, but not by our cousins.
I live in northern fucked.
But I saw the bottle. And usually they'll set it on the side, kind of like the backup register if it gets real busy.
Yeah.
They'll put stuff out there that they don't put on the shelves a ton.
Yeah.
So on the shelves, you'll find your Middle West, your Makers, your whatever. They had this sitting there, and I'd never seen it, and I saw the name. And being that I had the same name, I was like, I'm intrigued. I read the label. I didn't sit there and like Google it and everything, but I was like, how much? And $60. I was like,
I don't like the price on it.
I don't either.
I don't think it's a $60 whiskey.
Now the regular one, which I want to try, is only like $35.
Okay. So here's my thoughts on it. This is where I'm at. I don't like the price on it. I don't think it's a $60 whiskey. It's not up there.
Is it better than Blanton's?
Oh God, yes.
Okay. Well,
it is.
People pay $60 for Blanton's all day.
Right.
So given your druthers, had you had to pay $60 for this or Blanton's, you'd get this.
I would. Well,
if you had to. Well, that's your only option.
Hold on. If my only option is to buy this versus Blanton's, I'm probably going to buy the Blanton's because I can turn around.
No, I'm talking no secondary.
Okay.
They're both same availability.
I'm buying
same,
this.
Okay,
I'm buying
that's
this.
What I'm saying.
One, because it's different.
I
Two,
agree with the Blanton's based on what you can get out of it.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that.
I'm going to go turn around and sell it, and I'm going to go buy 2 bottles of this. That's where I'm at.
Still have cash
cash in my pocket, at least 10 cents. But if it's you have to buy this or you have to buy this, I'm going to buy this over the Blanton's.
Yeah.
For the same price. I like Blanton's. I don't think that it's a $60. It is literally a $30 whiskey in a $90 bottle that gives it a $60 price tag.
Yeah, we've beat that horse off so many times.
I will continue to beat that horse off every fucking time. I don't care. Even Jason from the Mash and Drum, he's like, Blanton's is Blanton's. It's not great. It's good. If I can find a bottle for, retail, fine. I'm not spending any more than what I know it is. It's a fancy ass bottle with a horsey cork.
That's the fancy bottle is why it showed up in so many movies because it looks so good.
It just looks good.
And that's why so many people want it because they saw it in so many movies.
Well, I blame John Wick, and I love John Wick movies.
It was back in, I think it was in Maverick back in the 90s.
It may have been.
I'm pretty sure it was.
But that goes back to
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yellowstone in Weller 12.
Yeah.
Like
people that have never heard of it.
They're like, oh, did you get a fucking bottle of that? Because I cream all over this goddamn show.
I want to feel like a cowboy.
I want to feel like, fuck, you want to feel like a cowboy? Move out to fucking Montana because they're giving away land.
Actually, college game day today, I was watching and listening to while getting ready and moving around today. And they were wherever they were, but apparently it's where Yellowstone is, like the real Yellowstone.
Yeah.
And students in the crowd said, Yellowstone is just a TV show. Stop moving here. And
yeah,
like,
get the fuck out.
This sign for sale to out-of-state capitalist or whatever. It's like people are just moving there because of the stupid show. And
people are fucking weird about that shit, though.
They are.
Like, I would not move someplace because of a show.
No.
Because if that's the case, my ass would not be living here. I'd be living someplace else, like on an island.
Like Siberia.
No. Like an island in the Caribbean because of a show. It's called House Hunters.
Yeah. I knit socks
House
for cats,
Hunters.
and my wife does needlepoint signs, and
She
our
makes-
budget is $1.2 million.
She makes macrame,
macrame,
which is not even a thing anymore because that was like in the 80s.
I think you were thinking macrame,
Yeah, that's what I
but
said.
also Macklemore. So she's half musical artist and
hold
half.
on. No, she's buying shit at the thrift shop.
She's buying it, so she's a thrift shop flipper. She buys some for a quarter one thrift shop and sells them for 50 cents somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, what's wrong with that?
Macrame.
Macrame.
That's a new Urban Dictionary term.
Fuck you.
I think that was already there.
No, that one's the end of macrame.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean,
So
if I
not knowing the price,
not knowing the price,
if you had no clue what I paid for this, what would you rate this?
I would easily pick this up at a 3.
Okay, knowing the price.
Knowing the price, I would easily pick this up at a 3.5.
Really?
I am.
You
So
think it's worth the value then?
For $60, I think it's worth the value.
Yeah.
I honest to God, I think this is worth it. If I could find a bottle of this, I'd probably take it down to my brother-in-law down in Florida over Christmas.
You just made my heart so warm and happy.
I mean, it's good. It's not.
Just the fact that it's so good that I brought something that you would take it to your brother-in-law's makes me so happy.
And my brother-in-law is a big weeded guy.
I bought this.
I think he would like this a lot.
I didn't read the mash bill. Actually, when I bought it and I took it home, it sat for a few days before I touched it, and I didn't look up anything on it. I see the proof on the label. It looks good.
Well,
And once
keep
I
in
tasted
mind, I did the same thing with that Magnolia.
Still Magnolias.
No, it's Magnolia something. It's the distiller out of Gahanna.
Oh, yeah.
And we tried it, and we're like, yeah, it's okay. And then we tried it again, and we're like, oh, this went bad quick.
Yeah.
Like, I still have that bottle. It's like that Catoctin Creek bottle that we had. They sent us a bottle. I bought a bottle on my way back from Hilton Head the one year. Mm-hmm. And that bottle, we drank, I think you and I drank half the bottle because I didn't drink it with anybody else. We went back to revisit it and was like, oh, this went bad. Like, this went bad quick. And when I reached out to Catoctin Creek about it, they're like, we don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, we beat off that horse, too.
I know. But I'm going to go ahead and mention it again.
You're still angry.
Because it makes me mad. Like, they sent me a bottle of cast strength.
That was great.
Let me rephrase it. They sent us a bottle of cast strength.
They sent you. It's okay.
Well, I sent some home with you, and Beth kind of poured it down the drain.
I actually told that story over the week to my buddy Josh from Texas.
So she
But at least you kept the Jefferson's
Beth accidentally poured $60 worth of whiskey down the drain. But that was such a good bottle, and I picked up this, and it was just like, it went bad. Like, it went to shit. And when I reached out to them about it, they're like,
tough titties.
We're not going to do anything about it. Like, sorry, you bought the bottle. Fuck you. Speaking of, I have a little bit of beef with Virgil Caine.
Oh, no, don't.
Because
I'm still. I almost have.
We have to. We have to. They just released 2 new bottles.
Okay.
A cherry infused and a sweet tea infused.
I'm more intrigued by the cherry infused.
I wanted to try both.
I would try both.
I sent them a message from our Buckhorn podcast account,
which they have been gracious with us.
You guys have done it before. If there's any chance that we can get a sample of these, I would love to try them on the show. They reached out to us. Listen, media team from Virgil Caine, you reached out to us about trying the Ribbon Rail Rye, and I liked it.
Loved it.
We loved it.
Yeah.
I have not unloved or disliked anything you've put out at this point.
I've loved all Virgil Caine.
Right.
I highly recommend them to many people.
You know what they told me?
Oh, don't.
Sorry, we don't send out sample bottles to shows anymore. Not anymore. Sorry, we don't send out sample bottles to shows. I did not. I just responded with, that's a shame. In Ohio, it's very hard to get this bottle. Or it would be very hard to get this bottle.
Yeah.
I didn't say, go back and read the history, motherfucker, where you've reached out to us. I waited for that for the show because you motherfuckers have reached out to us to send us shit because I have been behind your back every goddamn time you have put something out.
There are a lot of Virgil Caine fans in Ohio because of us.
Because of us.
Yeah.
Because of you and I. Because of I. Because of you You are a fan of Virgil Cane because of me.
Of you, yeah.
That's where I'm going with that.
Yes. Let me put my lips to your butthole and blow smoke up it.
You don't have to do that. Because that's not blowing smoke.
No, it's the truth, though.
It's the truth. I brought it back here.
My number one favorite is Virgil Cane Ginger Infused, aside from Ocean's Voyage, number 3, which I can't get.
I brought that shit back here, and there are people that fucking go down there to buy their shit.
There have been people that have gone down mainly just to buy
to buy their shit.
Yeah.
Because it's not available here.
States away.
And you're going to tell me...
But in all fairness,
you can't send me a sample bottle. Now I get it.
They could have somebody else running that show now.
You know what? That's fine. But don't fucking lie to me.
Don't talk to the owner.
The owner fucking sent us the bottle of the Ribbon Rail Rye.
But it may not have been the owner that sent that message.
I don't care.
You should at least take it into consideration.
No, I'm not going to take any of that into consideration.
Your blood pressure and your penis are rising right now.
They are. They're getting so fucking hard.
There's so much blood going everywhere in your body, but mainly your penis.
That the owner reached out and sent the Ribbon Rail Rye. I have his fucking business card.
Your veins in your cock are so erect.
It was him. He signed the thing. He said, "Hey, we're sending you this bottle of Ribbon Rail Rye. It's our latest fucking limited edition."
They sent us merch too.
Run. You've sent us merch.
My favorite hat. I haven't worn it because I don't want to get sweaty and dirty.
I'm drinking out of a goddamn Virgil Cane glass.
You are, and I have one at home too.
And you have one. You have a pin.
Last time I drank out of this a week and a half ago was in a Virgil Cane glass.
This is my argument. Like at this point, I have done nothing but prop you guys up on a pedestal.
Them and Two Bitch have been the top two we've promoted.
And Virgil Cane,
which are ironically both out of state and weren't available in Ohio until Two Bitch just got.
Yeah, and Lauren and Joe are fucking killing it. I don't know that I can't. When Diesel passed away, Lauren was literally, when I made that post about having to put Diesel down, she was literally the first person to reach out. Not to say, hey, we're going to send you a bottle of whiskey. She was literally the first person to send me a message and say, I'm sorry about Diesel. Blah, 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 blah. She was generally the first person to send out, to reach out to me. I, like, Virgil Cane or Two Bitch is, like, I can't, I'm really hoping that my trip to Vegas in March gets approved, because one of the first things I'm going to do, and I already told Lauren that I potentially could be coming, is to get to wherever she is. Yeah. Now, I don't know that I'll be able to get to Eureka, which is where God, I keep saying Virgil Cane. That's where Two Bitch is located. Like their home base is out of Eureka, Nevada.
Right.
But their bottling facility, they're always in Vegas. I'm going to be in Vegas. Fingers crossed in March, and I'm hoping to hook up with Lauren and Joe.
Oh, you want to hook up with you and a menage?
Fuck yeah, I do. We go out on a bender. God damn it, it's going to be amazing.
Bring the dogs too.
Hell yeah, bring the dogs.
We'll make it like it. Bring everybody. We'll make it menage ocho.
Yeah, it'll be
everything.
Menage nueve. It'll be amazing. Like it's just like I just want it, but I have done nothing but prop Virgil Cane up on. Like this pedestal
I wonder if they haven't hired
you guys
somebody.
Can't do anything wrong, and then you're going to turn around and tell me, don't tell me that you're not sending out sample bottles. That's bullshit. Give me the real fucking reason. Like, tell me why you're not sending a bottle. Like, I don't even want a bottle. Send a fucking 2-ounce bottle. I don't give a shit. Send a 350 milliliter bottle. I'm not asking you to send me a full-size fucking bottle every time, but
send me a
I will say
bottle every time.
The only reason that you are even adequate in Ohio is because of me. I've turned so many fucking people on to your goddamn product that you wouldn't have a precedent. You wouldn't have a precedence here.
Yeah. Well, Mike McLaren, I've recently been in talks with him.
I still haven't got my bottle from him.
Well, last week, I'd been in talks
Give me
with
my
him.
goddamn bottle, Mike.
You know, it's funny, when I showed up and Corey was here and I didn't know it, I was in talks with Mike to have him show up and you not know it.
That would have been great. Having all four of them on the show?
He couldn't make it.
Oh. Well, yeah, he works. He works weird hours.
Yeah, but he was supposed to bring me my 3 bottles of ginger. I was like, hey, you still got my bottles? He's like, yeah, they're all yours.
You only get 1 bottle of ginger.
Nope.
You paid for 3, but I'm getting...
I haven't paid anything yet.
You paid for 3, but I'm getting 3.
So...
I paid for 1.
Wait a second.
I paid for one bottle. He bought 4 bottles. You paid for 3. I paid for 1. I'm getting 3. You're getting 1.
Oh, common core math. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it works around here.
Communist core math.
Communist core math.
But, shit, what was
But Virgil Kane,
I wonder if they've not gotten bigger and hired somebody else, which...
They have gotten bigger.
I'm not saying it's an excuse or anything, but that's kind of growing pains with the company.
It is.
When you go from small to big, things like this happen.
It does.
So I'm not going to turn my back on Virgil Kane.
I'm not. No. I am by no means turning my back. I'm just bitching about the fact that I said, "Hey."
But we've had.
I have done nothing like everything that you've sent us multiple bottles and merchandise. I don't ask. In the one bottle, I didn't even ask for.
Merch is easy though. Shipping liquor to Ohio is a lot different.
Well, even the merch I didn't ask for. They reached out to us about sending us the merch.
Yeah, and that hat still sits on top of my liquor hutch thing.
I've
never worn it.
Right here. I mean,
I use the glass.
I have the hat. I'm
afraid to ruin the hat because I get real sweaty.
You know what? I've worn the hat. I have the glass. I use the glass all the goddamn time.
Maybe I'll take the hat.
I have high rye. I have 13 fucking bottles of shit. I have more Virgil Kane sitting in my my liquor cabinet right now than I have anything else.
Give it to me.
No.
Some of it.
No.
A drink.
No.
Let me smell it.
Maybe.
Can I look at it?
Kind of.
From outside the room, peek my head in the door.
You can look at it from outside the house.
Send me a picture.
I will hold the picture up and you can stand on the front porch and look at it.
I'll just go on Instagram and find a picture
But it's just like that.
It's like a quarantine baby.
It is.
I'm outside the window just like, oh,
here it is. Nothing
can't touch it.
Nothing irritates me more than backing a company.
What about bicyclists?
Hold on. Nothing irritates me more than backing a company from almost their inception on a show that we've been doing for 4 years, even though they've been around longer than that. I found them, brought them into an area that no one knew who they were. And now people are making trips specifically to buy their fucking product.
I get your frustration.
And I say, hey, can you send me a sample? I didn't say send me a 750 milliliter bottle. I didn't say send me a 350 milliliter bottle. I said, is there any chance that I can get a sample of each one of these that I can review on my show? That is literally the language that I used.
And they said, no.
And they said, sorry, we don't do that. Bullshit, you don't do that. I know you fucking do it. I know you fucking do it.
Not for us.
Dave, I'm going to tag you in this goddamn show post.
That'll help.
That's the owner.
It'll help.
It may help. It may hurt. I don't give a shit. If he listens, it's the point. I'm so fucking fired up. I'm so like I'm
glad that I don't have barrel proof Jim Beam because you'd be punching my
I would
walls
fucking
right now.
Punch something.
You go full Kyle.
Like even if I sent Lauren from 2Bitch a message and said, "Hey, would really love to try this on the show, get a review," I wouldn't get a response of "Sorry, we don't do that anymore." No, I know you do that. Just give me the real reason why. Like, I get it. Our show doesn't have the reach that some other shows would have.
We're not Joe Rogan.
We're not Rogan. We're not we don't have the reach that the Bourbon Hunters have. They have a much further reach than we do.
But we don't reach arounds too.
They do, but we don't focus solely on bourbon and solely on whiskey. We're a variety show.
Let's be honest. That's the only reason anybody listens to them. Bourbon and whiskey fans.
Yeah,
they're kind of boring
for the most part,
and they're all bald.
No, they're not all bald. Some of them are just fucking dumb.
The ones that matter are bald.
Tyler's dumb.
Yeah, but he don't matter.
He doesn't matter, though. I mean, Brett's a smart guy.
Yeah, but he's bald.
Is he? He might have a little bit of hair.
His little stubble.
In his nose. Anyway.
In his butt.
Virgil Kane, rethink your decision.
Yeah,
come back to me. Yeah, I mean, come back to me with I even respond. What did I say back to them?
Baby, come back.
No, I said it's something about not being able to get it in Ohio, and you guys have sent bottles before. I just got to find the message because it was a couple of weeks ago.
Touchdown Buckeyes, let's go.
2Bitch. 2Bitch is the best. I don't care. 2Bitch is always going to be the best. They sent me a goddamn care package when Diesel passed away.
Yeah, that was really cool.
I mean, I don't give a shit. Like, they are always going to be number one. Sorry, VK, you dropped to number 2.
You dropped a number 2.
Oh, It would help if I'm under the right account.
What are you, 17?
Well, I'm under my.
If you ever got arrested,
account.
and they were like, any aliases, you're like at Martelle,
at Big Natural Toes, at AKA Martelle, at the Buckhorn Podcast, at Majestic Musk, at Relatable Whiskey, at it. Should I continue?
Unitas.
At You Fit United. Unitas. Should I continue? Let's just keep going. So
let's wrap this up.
All right. So I sent them. I said, "Hey, saw the release announcements for the cherry and the green tea. Wanted to reach out to see if there was a possibility of getting samples to review on the show. Thanks for everything you guys do, Martelle." Hey, Martelle, thanks so much for reaching out. Sadly, we don't offer free samples at the moment, but be on the lookout for our new infusions dropping in the store near you. You can find out where Virgil Cane is sold on the website, virgilcane.com/locate. Good luck, and we hope you love it as much as we do. Thank you for the reply. I understand, but it'll be kind of hard for me to get up here in Ohio. So here's the deal.
They hired. That's a canned response.
That's a canned response.
That's not from the owner.
No, oh God, no. I know it's not from the owner.
That's what I'm saying. Don't get so upset.
But they don't go back and read the history of the fucking chats.
They may not have access to this.
They have to have access, because if you have access to the account, you can go back and see what has been sent previously.
Maybe.
Like if you logged into the Buckhorn Podcast Instagram account right now, which I'm not giving you the password, but if you logged in right now.
Why?
Because I'm afraid of what you would post.
I honestly would
not post anything. But either way, if you logged in right now.
Do you think I would want to harm our show? Like,
no. I mean, Twinkies versus fucking Star Crunch versus.
Notice I didn't even put that in the lounge.
Nutters.
That's for the hey, can this get attention?
I put diabetes.
I didn't see it.
I literally said in a year you guys are going to have diabetes. But anyway.
But I don't. My A1C's down.
But apparently.
I'm going to have another bar to
if
celebrate.
you logged in right now to the Buckhorn Podcast Instagram account, you could go in and see the history of what the previous chats were. You can see where they reached out to us to say, hey, we want to send you a bottle of this Rip and Rail Rye. I don't want a free bottle. I just wanted some samples to try on the goddamn show so that we could tell all of our listeners how good you are.
Speaking of history, I mentioned Corey messaging me last night.
He just messaged you.
No, he didn't, but let me find where it got funny.
So we're at an hour 32 for Friday's episode.
Okay.
We don't have to stop. That's just where we're at.
He messaged me at 1:43 a.m. Go to bed, sir, with 4 exclamation points.
All right, hold on. Let's stop right there.
Okay.
Corey, stop calling us fucking sir.
I was going to get to that.
I love you dearly.
My junior tech, when I call him or he calls me, hey, what's up, Brandon? Hey, good day, sir.
I am not. Every time. I have not been knighted. I am not a sir. I'm not a sire.
You're a peon.
I'm a fucking dickhead that just.
He said, I'm 3 glasses deep in a fucking good cigar. And I said, how did you even know I was up?
Because it shows you active.
You're not my dad. You go to bed. And he said, I'm older than you. LOL. I said, exactly.
He's not wrong.
Exactly why you should be asleep, boomer. And then he said, you're always up. You're like me. I said, no.
I don't know when Corey sleeps because he works third shift.
He doesn't.
But he's always up throughout the day fucking printing shit off 3D-wise.
So I said, nah, I'm a younger, worse version of you. He said, I've had 2 glasses of 1792 and a glass of Maker's 101. And I said, good stuff. He said, you have a good week, sir? Smoking a cigar from Battleground. I said, busy. Real busy. I'll be talking about it.
Yeah, he smokes in his house, too, so he doesn't have to. He's not worried about. I won't smoke in the house. Yeah,
no, I don't either.
I won't smoke in the house.
I said I'll be talking about I'm going to
send him a message right now and be like, "We're talking shit about you."
You should. I said, "Good though. Got to meet some really cool folks and got paid to play bass, so I ain't complaining. Just exhausted." And he replied, "Martelle is the man."
Hold on. Just as a heads up, we're talking shit about you. Oh, it didn't work. Hold on. Try it again. Boop. Just as a heads up, we're talking shit about you. But we love you. Heart emoji.
So,
There we go.
So I'm scrolling down, blah, blah, blah. He sent a screenshot of something saying, that's how I knew you're online. And he said, I hope you have a good, well-deserved vacation, brother. And I said, thanks. I have 4 days off, and I'm finishing my bonbon cabinet.
Yes, so he has a pie safe.
Right, but he instead of a bourbon cabinet, he called it a bonbon cabinet.
I don't know what that is. That sounds like
a
something...
bonbon's like a snack cake.
Well, a bonbon is not even a snack cake. A bonbon is a little ice cream delicacy that's frozen that women that housewives would eat in the 90s while they watched soap operas.
So I love bonbons. Never made a cabinet for one though, and he said, "Hold on," and sent me a picture of his pie safe cabinet.
Yep.
And so he totally missed the joke. So I'm like, he's gone.
He may not get the joke.
And then he's talking about his bonbon cabinet, and then he sent me a picture of his dog sleeping, and just said, "My dog isn't amused." I'm like, this dude's so all over the place.
He's drunk.
Yeah, I said it's 2 a.m. Not many dogs are at this hour,
except for me, dog.
And then when to my response of I love bonbons, never made a cabinet for one though, he replied, "It's an old pie safe, bro." And I just stopped. I was laughing so hard. I was like, he's not following at all.
Still missed it. It's fine. We love you, Corey.
Oh, love Corey.
Corey, you've gone above and beyond anything that any of our other listeners have done for us.
Your tongue tickles on our buttholes.
And I love it. I absolutely love it. Just stop calling me sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, master.
Listen, may I have another? Anyway, just stop. No, I don't need this.
All right, let's wrap this up. We're done.
Well, we're at like an hour 30
this is not
for this show.
Let's keep this
for a Friday show.
This might be another Tuesday show.
You want to do this as a Tuesday show and not do a Friday show?
Sure. Yeah, let's do that.
I'm fine with that.
We got vacays coming up.
I mean, because the Friday shows are just extracurricular. I can post another show for a Friday show.
Do a Flashback Friday.
You want to do a Flashback?
Yeah, do a Flashback Friday.
We'll start doing Flashback Fridays until through the end of the year.
Good call.
You want to do that?
Yeah, my hip hurts. I need to get up and move.
Your hip hurts? Is it like hip hop?
Hip hop?
Hip hop?
Hip hop anonymous?
Hip hop, sir? You know what? Buy Bullet.
Yeah,
Bullet's great.
That was last show, technically.
Yeah, I don't
Same
care.
day.
But Bullet's great.
Same song, second verse.
Same day. No, it's not. We started with Bullet.
Oh, yeah, that was on this show. Man, we've been recording a long time on this show.
We have. We started with Bullet.
Yeah, Bullet's
but
always
we're
good.
ending with Nelson Brothers.
Reserve Bourbon.
Yeah. So if you find this, give it a try. Like I'm easily at a 3.5.
Yeah, I'm at a solid 3.5. If I see it again, I'll get another.
Yeah, when I didn't know what it was, I was at a 3. Knowing what it is now and the price point, even at $60, fucking buy a bottle. It's good.
It's really good.
It's really good.
Yeah,
like I may try to find a bottle, or I may have to have you grab me a bottle.
Yeah,
so that I can take it with me down to Kentucky.
Oh yeah, when you go
because we're doing a bottle kill episode while we're down there.
Oh, that'd be a good bottle to kill.
So this might be.
Oh, maybe I'll stop by on the way home and see what I can find. I'll let you know.
Maybe let me know.
Okay.
Call me maybe.
Call me maybe.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm interested. I need to look at it because I may be able to get it pissed off. Who knows? I've never seen the bottle, but
I literally walked in and went, "What's that?
What's that?" I like it.
I was just there to see what they had, and I was like, "Well, I guess I'm getting."
I like it. So, check us on Instagram. I don't do anything with tweets.
It's the Google tweets to whatever.
I'm Martelle. He's Randy. Buy some Nelson fucking Bros and get your Nelson Bros and titty sprinkles and join the lounge and do the things.
Okay, bye.
Peace. Love. Chicken grease.
I love chicken grease.
So good.
Rub it all over my nips.
Yo, that's weird.